There are endless tutorials and guides already built into Monster Hunter Rise, but even still, seemingly inconsequential information can turn out to be really important down the line. With that in mind, here are 24 things Monster Hunter Rise doesn't tell you that you definitely ought to know about. Village quests can only be done solo, and gathering hub quests can be tackled in multiplayer, meaning those will be a bit harder, even if they do directly scale based on how many hunters you have with you. Also, the story isn't restricted to village quests. You'll have to switch over to hub quests eventually to finish the story. Once your village quest level is 4 stars, you'll start receiving special license tests. Upon completing these fairly difficult quests, you'll increase your gathering hub quest level by 1 rank. So if you're looking to bypass some of the earlier star levels in the hub, try waiting for these special license tests. Your hunter rank is tied only to your hub quest progress, but you can join any low rank hub quest from the start of the game and any high rank hub quest once you reach HR 4, even if you haven't unlocked the quest yourself. Someone just has to post it so you can join. As an additional bonus, these quests will already count as completed once you do unlock them, except for urgent quests. Those you'll have to do again. At the end of a hunt, press B to get out of that little cutscene so you can carve that monster and collect things nearby. You can also skip cutscenes in general, even in multiplayer. But in multiplayer, everyone needs to choose to skip a cutscene for it to actually skip. You can re-watch cutscenes at your house. In between hunts, check your map of Kimura Village, fast travel to any place with a chat bubble, and talk to whoever wants to talk to you. You can get free Great Wire Bugs and other items, new optional quests, and more. Also, make sure to check this Kahoot nest in the Buddy Plaza for free stuff in between quests. Dango always increase max health and stamina and have a chance to grant skills. If you really like a special limited time only Dango, save it to your usual orders to have access to it whenever you want. These specials aren't available at the tent while out on a quest though. Also, if you're playing with someone who has unlocked more Dango, their menu will be available to you too. You've also got to eat to refill your stamina while out on a quest. Getting well-done steak and rations is as easy as roasting a motley mix at the canteen, but it's fun to cook raw meat yourself too.
So tasty!
When using the wire bug, there's an easy pattern that'll get you across greater distances. Cast the wire bug with ZL plus X, then B after a second to barrel roll forward, then repeat. Throw in an A to hang in the air. Simply hold R to run up a wall. There's no fall damage either. Also, when you get knocked back by a monster, press ZL plus B to immediately recover and automatically sheath your weapon, giving you the chance to quickly down a potion. Lastly, prepare a small or large bomb on your item bar, then wire bug dash and press Y to toss a small bomb or pelt a large bomb below you.
Take this!
Large, non-target monsters are extremely easy to mount with just a few wire bug attacks, so consider riding one to the target monster, or just luring it there with a stink mink. Once riding it, after landing enough hits, you should launch the monster into your target to immediately make it rideable. Then you just ride the target monster and launch it into walls repeatedly for a bunch of damage and a free knockdown. If you've already ridden the target, you most likely won't be able to ride it again anytime soon. It takes quite a long time to build that meter up again, so just perform a mounted Punisher instead.
Learned your lesson?
You can deal extra damage to an enemy and perform a knockback by timing your wyvern riding emergency evades just right. Think of it as a parry performed right when an attack would have otherwise hit you. You start out with all 14 weapon types already in your item box, which you can find all over Kimura Village. While there, make an item loadout to easily unload and restock between quests, which you should do every time. Check out the craft list at the box to craft without having to move items to the pouch and make useful stuff like mega potions and armor skin. Then make sure to configure and use your radio menu for commonly used consumables. You can even set to craft from your radio menu. As you hunt monsters, you'll fill out your hunter's notes, which tell you a monster's weaknesses and the best way to get the particular material you're after, whether it's by killing and carving, breaking a certain part, or capturing. You can also find tutorials for each weapon here. Then head to the training area, the best place to practice, experiment, and get to know a weapon, because button mashing just won't cut it for Monster Hunter Rise. Get there by taking the dinghy in the Buddy Plaza, then you'll be able to fast travel there with ease. To shave off a few minutes of each quest, you can capture a monster as soon as this blue icon appears below it, or when your Palico says it's time, by putting down a trap and throwing a few trank bombs at its face. though you can learn this if you do the optional tutorial quest. There's another benefit. Capturing some monsters will occasionally unlock new weapon schematics too. Just about everything is more valuable as a crafting component than it's worth to sell, even if it's not apparent now, so gather everything you pass in the field and keep all of your quest rewards. Even golden fry, for example, can be used to make equipment, eventually. The exception, however, is items that are marked as fetches a good price, which you can easily find by auto-sorting your inventory. Sell all that crap as soon as you can. The Argosy's rare finds can be purchased for Kimura points and sold for a high price, too. Some items are exclusive to certain locales, like Icium in the Frost Islands and Eroded Husk in the Sandy Plains, so make a specific point to gather from new locations if you haven't been there before. Armor spheres increase armor's defense, but hold on to these until you craft a piece you know you'll want to keep for a while. Basically, just don't use them on your starting gear. Most materials can be picked up by everyone in a party, but some endemic life, like the puppet spiders and whale nard hunting helpers, can only be picked up by one person at a time. However, endemic life, mining nodes, and other materials will respawn over time. The Argosy and Meowcenaries, though extremely vital side activities to keeping your inventory stocked with important items, also serve another purpose. They're the only way to find some exclusive materials that unlock cool and flashy new armor and weapons, which we won't show you here because, spoilers. Your Palicos and Palamutes will learn skills as they level up, but you have to equip them at the buddy board. Though wearing multiple pieces of the same set will grant you a bonus to elemental resistances, it's okay to mix and match. Especially after you reach high rank, you may want to mix different pieces together to find a combo of armor skills that match your playstyle and weapon of choice. For example, Kezu Waist and Legs have Focus and Slugger. Great for hammers and hunting horns, but if you're not fond of the skills on the rest of the set, find something else. As you explore each location, keep an eye out for relic records, also called old messages. There are 60 in total, and it's worth noting that the best way to spot one is on foot. So while riding a Palamute might get you places faster, consider taking the slow route to your next destination to find secrets. Even blunt weapons like hammers need to be sharpened with a whetstone. A dull weapon will bounce, leaving you wide open to attack and deal less damage. The control layout of Monster Hunter Rise is super customizable. My favorite options to tweak are button hold settings to make it faster to mount Palamutes, dash settings so I can press the L stick once to continuously dash, and the camera distance to see my surroundings better. You can also change the camera style to automatically follow the target once you're locked onto it with the R stick. You might hit the village hub credits, but there's significantly more game, monsters, and story after that, so keep going. I can tell you an unlimited list of tips for Monster Hunter Rise, but for more, you'll have to check out our full Monster Hunter Rise wiki on IGN.com. You can also see this concise beginner's guide and tips to conquering the rampage, but for everything else, stick with IGN.